Hi there, Vicky here. So I look like this because I've been watering the grass and it is hot. You're gonna hear that from me from now until the end of the season. But I want to take you on a little tour to see how the garden's doing this week. So let's go. All right, time for a little garden update. So the first thing you might notice is there's no grass back here, which means that the water issue is resolved. I am still wearing my rain boots, but I no longer require them to walk up here, which is great. The tomatoes are looking wonderful. I've gotten already, this red one here will be the fourth of these vernissage tomatoes that have ripened. And man, they were good. We had them for dinner. Although they are a bit smaller than I expected, but that's okay. These, we've gotten several of these as well. Ooh, I see a red one back in there, and then one up here in the front, and a couple that are yellow. Guess I'm picking tomatoes today. So these are doing really well too. No signs of any blossom end rot on these, which is spectacular. Then this is the one that's had the problem, and I think I might have an answer as to why it's had so many issues. Because when we look down at the bottom here, yeah, there's 2 stalks. That means there was really 2 tomatoes. I never thinned it. Every other one, yes, there's branching, right? But it all comes out of one main stem, and this one has 2, so I think that's causing some of my issues. Maybe every time I fertilize, if I had given this plant twice the nutrition, we wouldn't be in this state. Now let's look at this one. No problems. Yes, healthy tomato coming from the plant right next door. It's these 2 that I planted apparently right directly on each other that have the issue. So I don't know, y'all tell me, do I go ahead and thin it now? Feels a little late for that, but yeah, otherwise they're doing really well. And these big boys down here are still growing, so ooh, we'll see. And then these are definitely the white currant tomatoes. They're very small. And these that we had for the first time today, had a whole little handful of them that were ripe, and they are delicious. They're sweet. They're very sweet for a tomato. Oop, looks like I got some more in there too. Guess I'll be harvesting these today as well. Yeah, very sweet, very delicious. Now, one thing in today's garden update that is not so great is the beans that were here. There was one right here, and there was one right there that came up. Something ate them. I have no idea. Same thing over here, but I think this plant has a will to live. It has sprouted some new leaves, so we'll see. But yeah, I had put beans in both of those corners that just did not make it. The beans over here, don't tell me. Oh no, it's the same thing. See, they've just been cut down. Like, what did that? So that's very disappointing. I don't know if I'll even get any beans. Dang. Oh well, the other plants are still alive. We're gonna call that a win. Looks like they got my only adzuki bean. That's too bad. Really wanted to see how that would work out, but oh well. We don't need weak plants. Now I did, because I knew about the bean issue up there, I did plant some new bean seeds, but it doesn't look like any of them have sprouted yet. So there are some here. Some of the lettuce that I cut all the way to the stem has refused to die. Well, I don't know, maybe I'll get some more little baby lettuces. That's funny. The reason I cut it is because it's gotten too hot. We've already had days in the 90 degrees, and it's just too hot for them. Whoa! Yes, I fell down the hill. I'm fine. All right. The ground cherries have been an absolute success. Been enjoying these. There's some ripe every day. So I get to just enjoy them as like a little snack. Or I have frozen some. I have aspirations of making a pie. I don't know. But these have been just delightful. Just delightful. Looks like there's another one in here. Maybe two. Yep. So, yeah, there's been some of these every single day, which has been very motivating. I like that. All right. Over here. This. I planted beans in here too. As a second chance survivor kind of thing. And one of them actually is sprouting up right there. So I do know that beans can live. And I moved this tendril back in the bed today because look. Now this is how big my last watermelon got before the whole vine broke off and died. So I would really love it if that one wouldn't do that. If that would actually turn into a watermelon. So cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic. Then these guys. Now this is hilarious. So I pulled these Brussels sprouts out. Okay. I dug them up. What's going on in the middle? Right? Like, is this plant seriously still surviving? What the heck? Same thing over here. It looks like it's trying to keep living. Like, look at this. It's making Brussels sprouts. I pulled these up. I thought it was done. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm going to let them grow here in the grass. All right, this bed really hasn't had any change in a while. I think what I'm going to need to do, or at least what I'm contemplating doing to help the situation. Ooh, looks like I need to thin something right there too. Is I am going to this weekend, I think, try to get some compost or manure and just put a layer on top as well as mulch. I haven't really mulched any of the beds, but I have also never had squash grow this slowly. So something is not right. Something is not right. And then over here, yeah, still not sure if the broccoli are going to do anything, but I was clearly wrong about the Brussels sprouts. So, and then I planted beans in this bed too. I'm looking to see if we see any. Yep, there's one right there coming up. So hey, maybe we'll get some here. I also have the first flowers on this squash, but again, the squashes just seem so stunted. I don't understand exactly why. Sorry, it's a big step now that they fixed the water issue. It is a big step up. Okay, this is the cucumbers and the winter squash, and I'm very happy with how they're growing. I do still need to get them something to climb on. It's something that has to be done this week, so I will. Really very little change over here too. The zucchini as well is just looking so diminished. Like, look at this. Yes, it has a bud, but look how small that plant is. I don't know. Something is not right. Now, when they fixed the water issue, they tossed all the wet dirt up here and they buried the lemongrass. So this one still looks pretty good. That one, I don't know. It might be toast now. It might be toast. So I guess just what happens when you have things going on in the yard. This is the okra. It's doing really well, though there was one growing too close here and I tried to move it and it died. So I think I'm gonna start another seed. I don't think it's too late by any means, and see if I can get one to grow right there. This thyme is also growing really, really well, so maybe I'll harvest some more of that tonight too. But yeah, I'm very excited about these. This red one is so pretty. All right. And then that brings us over here to the onions and the peppers. And almost 3 of the peppers seem to be doing quite well. One of them still has the 3 leaves that it came with when I I meant that it had when I planted it out here, because I did start these from seeds, but like, what's going on? I don't know. But the others do have flowers, which is very encouraging. And this onion is starting to get big. Do you see that? So that's encouraging too. I'm very excited. I've never grown onions before, and I started these from seeds. The ones that I started from sets out in the front have not done well. And then these are my little survivor tomatoes. They have quite a lot on them, growing green. And the basil underneath these have done really well too. That's leeks on the side. I don't know. It's an experiment. I think I put too much in this container, but we'll see. So yeah, overall I'd say this is doing pretty well too. And that's a little garden update. All right, and this is what today's harvest looked like. I did get a little thyme. It was starting to interfere with my parsley that was next to it. But yeah, not bad for early in the season, and honestly, not bad for a day-to-day thing. So yay.